You sit on a throne of lies. Quote Buddy Elf. My kids love quoting that. We are in a war of information. What's right? What's wrong? We all think we know what it is, but do we? I will admit to you, my perceptions, because I go to liberal sites, I go to conservative sites, and I try to read in between the lines of what's not being mentioned. Why does certain political influences highlight something but not so much another thing? And you try to find the truth in between. And as a police officer for almost 20 years, there's two sides to every story. And also in the Bible, it says, when you hear one man's argument, it seems right at first until you hear the other side. And most Christians would probably go, this is from Ephesians, blah, blah, blah. Or they would quote it perfectly, but sorry, I'm not that Christian. This is a free-flowing ideas going through my head. Well, I have uncles, family members, cousins, friends, prior co-workers, and they have things that you might label conspiracy theories. And it's fun to put people into boxes because then you can go, oh, they're crazy. My personal feelings about conspiracy theories, because if you go back and you kind of discover the terms of conspiracy theory, when they were used in the 50s, and how government entities would use them to throttle down inconvenient truths that people have. So if someone was on to a very good piece of information and they're trying to use a microphone to tell everyone, and that threatened power structures or money, well, you just put them in the same camp as Sasquatch and flat earthers and all these other crazies. Sorry if you believe that, I still love you. And then you go, oh, well, if they believe that, they're crazy and we can't believe this. And we've seen it through our lifetimes. Some of the conspiracy theories have been proven true. But since there's a war on truth, even when they are proved true, the other side, and this goes to both sides, conservatives, liberals, no matter what happens, they won't believe it. You could show the evidence, you could show the videos, it'll all come down to smoke and mirrors and flooding people with so much information. Heck, nothing's perfect, even our legal system. OJ, he did it. I remember watching that as a kid, and when the verdict was read and everyone having their opinions on it, and it was split down racial divides, which is crazy because we're tribalistic. We go to our culture, our people, and our people can't be wrong, can they? No, we must defend them. And there's probably some healthy reasons back in the day why we do that, but we do it now politically as well. So any inconvenient negativity that our side did, well, we don't worry about that, and we deflect and just point at the other side and say how much worse they are. So that makes us feel better and more self-righteous. And again, my goal is to pop you out of that bubble that makes you think one side's better than the other. Because we're all falling victim to that, which separates us and then diminishes our reach. So if I want to say something about Ukraine, about LGBT, about abortion, about pew-pew rights, no matter what side I have an opinion on, there's going to be a lot of people that go, darn right, I knew I could trust this guy. I knew it. Or they're going to be like, turn off, unsubscribe, let me say what he said, let me put it on social media, let me tell you how bad he is, and smear your name. I want you to listen. I love listening to the other side of the coin and listening to both stories to try to find, because the truth is way more complicated. You cannot decipher the truth, especially the truth that we're being fed through narratives on social media and news organizations and small little snippets that maybe take you 5 minutes to read on a complex situation like the stuff in Israel that's been going on, and war and money and power, influence. That's way more complicated, especially the stuff that they're not telling you. So always have a healthy sense of, I don't want to call it paranoia, but don't be afraid to question it. And my identity is not in being a conservative. My identity is not with the ways of the world. My identity is in Christ, because that's all I know that's right. That's it. And if you want to come on this journey with me, oh, look at this sun. It's so beautiful outside. That's what's inspiring me to make these videos, because I've been cooped up in the snow for so long. But if you want to come on this journey with me and have some free-flowing consciousness that's going through my head, not all of it's going to be spot on, and I welcome your feedback. And some feedback is negative, and I'm sorry that you're going through that. And some of it, I can take constructive criticism. I remember my very first YouTube video I put out, not on this channel, but my other social media that primarily focused on my hobby, now business, toys, under Justice Curry. One of the very first comments, first day that I posted this video, which was very awkward, and I didn't, know how to talk. I'm like, this is my toy collection. Someone said, "Take your Jewish nose and go back to your country." That's 10 plus years ago. And it was way worse than that. I'm paraphrasing, but it was along those same lines. So please don't get trapped in these endless arguments. Zoom out, because we have a tendency to zoom in, be hyper-focused on these 5 hot triggering things that are constantly flooded, and anybody that says something contrary to what we believe is the enemy. Let them be wrong. It's okay, because you're probably wrong on some of those, just like I am. And we're not getting all the facts. We don't fully understand the story that is unfolding, because it is very complex, nuanced. That's a good word right there. That's the word of the day. Nuanced means many fine details. All right, there's people coming. I don't want to seem like I'm talking to myself. All right, bye-bye.